those firefighters are there to help people, and I know if I were hurt, I would want to be able to get proper help and not have my firefighters be assaulted.
No break in the violence against Seattle firefighters. The latest attack coming just today in Seattle's Capitol Hill neighborhood.
The crew was treating a patient during a medical call when police say a bystander tried to intentionally slam into them with a wheelchair. This follows months of similar assaults directed at firefighters, and tonight calls for action are mounting. KOMO's Joel Marino's live on Capitol Hill with a closer look at this disturbing trend. Joel?
Apparently, Mary and Preston, these firefighters were caught completely off guard. Now, they were focused on helping someone on the sidewalk over there when they themselves became targets of street violence. More than half a dozen officers arrived when a help the firefighter call went out over the radio, and they converged on this man. Firefighters say they were tending a patient on the street when this man came up and tried to ram them with his motorized wheelchair.
It's an absolute shame. I think that firefighters should be able to do their work in peace and not be assaulted.
The suspect is a double amputee and was combative and belligerent as police questioned him. At one point, they put a spit sock over his head and handcuffed him to the wheelchair. But the man shook the arms of the chair loose, and the struggle continued.
Why would people do this to our own firefighters?
This violence is just the latest in a series of threats and assaults directed at Seattle firefighters. The Firefighters Union president sent letters to city leaders detailing 40 attacks in just more than 4 months, all while crews were responding to calls.
That's an incredible figure. It's appalling.
It just shows and represents like how much our city is needing help.
In this latest incident, police requested an ambulance with a gurney to take this man into custody. The union president is calling on city leaders to intervene, a demand embraced by others in the community.
They need to step in and do what they need to do to protect the people who are here to protect us.
The two firefighters who the man allegedly tried to ram, well, they showed up at the arrest scene to help police verify that they had the correct person. Neither of those firefighters appeared to have any significant injuries.
Live desk, we're following developing news out of North Seattle on this Friday morning. That's where police are trying to figure out who shot and killed a woman at a motel. Officers were called out to the Park Plaza Motel along Aurora Avenue North just before 1 o'clock this morning. That's in the city's Wallingford neighborhood. Here's some video from the scene of that investigation. Police say a 33-year-old woman had been shot. Medics performed CPR on her, but she did not survive. Detectives have now been called out to that scene to look for evidence as part of their investigation as it gets underway this morning. So far, there is no word on the shooter, and police have not released a description or named a suspect at this point.
We're also Thank you. Looking ahead to tomorrow, Seattle will clear an encampment at 10th Avenue South and South Dearborn under the freeway. This is the same encampment where a firefighter was hit by a large rock while putting out an encampment fire. Outreach efforts have been underway for a couple of weeks. The cleanup starts at 11 a.m.
New at 11, what was once a problematic RV encampment will soon be home to new bike lanes in West Seattle's Delbridge neighborhood. On the left, those are the illegal concrete blocks SDOT ordered a nearby business to remove. They were put in place to keep those RVs out. Now, on the right, that's the work being done right now to get those bike lanes up and running. KOMO's Mo Hyder live tonight in West Seattle with how the community is reacting to all of this. Mo?
Yeah, hey there, Preston. Well, this stretch of the street is where those bike lanes are being put in. You can see work is being done right now. But now that those concrete blocks are gone, many people have mixed feelings on what could happen here in the long run.
Just a couple of months ago, this was how this stretch of Southwest Andover Street looked. Neighbors remember it well.
It was a entrenched location, probably more so than any other RV encampment I've seen.
It wasn't healthy. It was unhealthy, and I think that was the biggest shock when you drive down the street.
The encampment was eventually cleared, then a business nearby placed these illegal concrete blocks here, and now they're gone after SDOT ordered the business to remove them since they didn't have a permit to do so. Now, new protected bike lanes are being built where those blocks once were. Neighbors do support the idea, but do have concerns about it being used as another RV encampment.
Oh, if it's open, definitely, yes. There will be people that will come back, yeah.
Right now, there are no RVs parked here. We did reach out to SDOT to see what the plan is to stop another encampment, not only during construction, but in the long term. We did not receive a response to our questions. Some neighbors don't see any problems in the future.
I think the incentive for RVs moving back into that space will be significantly reduced. If nothing else, it'll be just a harder logistical thing to manage.
Others aren't sure, but say it depends on what options are available when it comes to RVs.
I guess it's always possible. I mean, they don't have a lot of places to park.
Hi, everyone. I'm Preston Phillips from KOMO News. Thanks for checking out the KOMO YouTube channel. You can see more of our videos right here by clicking on the video links for more news from the Seattle area and Western Washington. Oh, and don't forget to click the subscribe button below so you don't miss our YouTube updates.